Hi guys, welcome to Learning Electronics Repair. I have something interesting to review today. So, Air Series. This is the Geekom Air 12 Lite. So this is a mini PC. We're going to have a look at this. We're going to see how well this works, see how useful this would be on our electronics workbench, amongst other things, because we all need a PC. And to be honest, I have two connected to the bench and they take a lot of space. Yeah. So this, I think, would be a very interesting product. This is, as I say, the Air 12 Lite, so Intel N100 processor, 8 gig of DDR4. I know you can upgrade this to 16 gig, 256 gig M2. It may be possible to upgrade that further, but that's the actual PC. Intel UHD graphics. Let's have a look to see what's inside the box. And we have the mini PC itself. This is quite heavy, actually. This is heavier than I would have thought it would be for such a small device. Okay. I know that these are very low powered. That means basically this is extremely inexpensive to run. It uses very little electricity. And if we get good workable performance out of this, then I think that's a real advantage, because if, like me, you have your workbench, your equipment's probably powered up for 8 hours or more a day, at least 5 days a week, and that adds up, you know, and electricity drawn. So anything that really helps to reduce that would be a good thing. We have, yes, a little thank you card, okay. And also we have the power supply. So this is the actual power supply. Looks like a laptop type power supply. What voltage is this? Yeah, it is 19 volts. This is basically a laptop power supply. A HDMI cable. Power lead. Obviously I'm in the EU, so I get the EU power lead. And this is the Visa mount. So with this, you can actually mount the PC on the back of your monitor. That really saves some space. This way up, so I better put it that way. Okay. Yeah, we have the two mounts here, so it effectively slots on or off, and then this bolts to your monitor. Nice. And even comes with some handy screws. I will say this seems to be very well built. Metal enclosure. Maybe some plastic, yeah, a mixture, so plastic, metal. I can see heatsink down here. Be interesting to see if this is quiet with a low power draw. Maybe this has passive cooling. HDMI and display port, LAN, and of course USB. And some more USB, yeah, microphone and speakers. I mean, that's all your basic connections you would want, really. Let's have a quick look on the Geekom website and let's see if we can find the specifications of this. So 12th generation Intel processor, N100. Single channel memory, up to 16 gig. Mine has 8. So it is M2. 2280, and I've just noticed, by the way, this looks different to mine. You see, mine has 2 black USB connectors and 2 blue, and this has 4 blue. I just noticed that. We can test them, of course, to see how well they work on mine. Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5.1, so good wireless connectivity. Supports 2 displays. Okay, yeah, I did see there was 2 connections on here. And Windows 11 Pro pre-installed. So this comes with the operating system included. And the price, $199. And there's also a special Christmas offer, which you just have time to get in and buy with $20 off. That's a nice deal. I also see from the website, this does have active cooling, so there is a fan in there. I'll be very interested to see how quiet this is. We can see the memory, the hard drive, or rather SSD. So yeah, you can effectively fit larger capacity ones if you wish. There's also a 9-pin expansion jack on the front. Interesting to see what that is actually capable of doing as well. As I mentioned, mine has 2 blue and 2 black USB connectors, so it's slightly different from the one we saw on the advertising on the website. I am going to connect this to my capture card so you can see it clearly on this video. Now, the capture card in my recording system all runs at 1080, so you're going to see this running at 1080 30 frames a second. It will drive 4K, but I don't have this set up here to actually demonstrate this in 4K for you guys, but I'm sure we can get a good idea how well it works at 1080. So let's power this up, connect the keyboard and mouse to it, and let's see how well it works. Well, it's booting, and I will say this is very, very quiet, by the way. I could hear the fan when I first switched on. Now it's almost silent. And we have Windows 11. Now, I'm not a user of Windows 11. All my PCs have Windows 10 on them. So this is actually the first time I've used this. We'll continue in English. Well, as you can see, this is now set up with Windows 11. It was a fairly painless procedure, really. Just let it get on and do it for the main part. So I have this set up with an English keyboard the way I want to use it. We can see that all the devices have installed perfectly fine. Okay. Quad core processor, as it says. There's the SSD. Intel Ultra HD graphics, of course. Generally speaking, all nice and easy. I haven't pushed this to do anything really yet. Just install Windows and then idling. It's very cool actually at the moment, so generating very little heat. As I mentioned, the processor draws 6 watts. The machine itself, when it's idling, is 9 watts, so it doesn't use much power. When it's under full load, 30, 31 watts. So this is a low powered device. That's great if you're going to use this as an office machine and similar, so, you know, electricity costing what it does these days. I think that's ideal for a lot of situations, the workbench being one of them. Let's have a look inside this. So we have 4 screws. The screws are captive, so you can't lose them easily, and this comes off. So we can now see we have the RAM, single strip of RAM. This is single channel RAM. This type of processor basically is single channel only, so this is an 8 gig. You can't expand it in as much as adding another 8 gig. You can only remove this and put a 16. It's DDR4, of course. And the same with the hard drive. So this is the SSD. This is the 256 gig. Again, you can fit a larger one, say 1 terabyte, but you can't upgrade this again as such. You can only replace the existing one. Having said that, if like me you have quite a few computers around, you'll soon find use for that anyway, okay? This little connector on the front, I was wondering what this was, so I've actually looked it up. This is basically the same as the pin header you would find on a motherboard for the power switch, which would be those 2 pins, reset, power LED, hard drive LED. So if you want, you can connect a cable to this, maybe put something on top of your monitor. If you have this mounted on the back of the monitor, you can arrange to have a switch there or just under the front edge, so you can easily switch this on and off without having to reach behind the monitor to do it. I think that's quite a nice addition actually. I think that's what I will do with this. Overall, I'd say the build quality of this is very good actually, nicely put together. Even that's a nice touch. It says front, yeah, so you know which way to put the base on. Clearly this is not a gaming PC. This is not meant to compete with a full-size tower. But for use you might find on the electronics workshop, this is something you can connect your thermal camera to, something you can connect your EEPROM programmer too. You can use it viewing schematics and all the things you would generally do when you're doing the electronics. That's great to me. And this will end up as my wife's PC because it draws a lot less power than the desktop she has now. It's perfectly suited to the work she's doing, which is online, handling invoices for customers, emails, all these sort of things that you do in an office. Again, that's a great little machine. But I'm sure you guys would be very interested to see how this actually performs. And Detlef kindly offered to bring in some benchmarks and some games. Geekom did say to us to try some retro gaming on this. So Detlef will join us now, and let's put this through its paces a little bit.
Did somebody say benchmark?
They might have done. Hey, Det, how you doing, man?
Yeah, man.
How you doing?
Yeah. Got this nice little machine over here. Yeah, these are cute.
I have. You have used one of these things before?
I have actually something similar at my my home as a multimedia thing, but this has a fan that sounds like I have a hairdryer lying on your desk.
And this is almost silent.
This is brilliant quiet. Yeah, they did a really good job there.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so benchmarks. I know we were talking about this, and you can see on the screen actually. So this is the hard drive or SSD performance.
Mm-hmm. This is the hard drive. Yeah, we checked. You guys are probably used to Crystal Benchmark, but I like this one more, and this gives me all the information I need. So it tells me where on the store AHCI. So this is a standard driver that Windows brings with it, and this is the performance of a normal SATA hard drive.
So it's an M2 SATA drive.
It's an M2 drive, yeah. Like it says on the box, this is not NVMe, but for a SATA drive, this is good.
Yeah, that's what you'd expect.
This is on the upper end there, yeah.
Okay, good.
You could get more drive out there if you're using NVMe, but that would probably be more expensive, and the drive is more expensive anyways.
I did actually have a quick look at a few other reviews and comments on this, and somebody did say you could put an NVMe in here, but I don't actually have one to hand at the moment to try that with.
Yeah, I would need to cannibalize a notebook for that, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But you know what? This machine is not for high performance computering things. This is for an office. You do an office with some web browsing, some text editing, maybe photo editing, but this is fine for that.
Yeah. It's kind of like a cross between a laptop and a desktop, really.
Yeah, these components are probably laptop components in there.
Yeah.
And they simply put it in a nice little box so that you can put it on your desk here.
Or on the back of your monitor, of course.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So you don't have something lying around on your desk here.
Yeah, I was also telling the guys earlier this would be ideal for your workbench because it doesn't take much space up. If you have things like oscilloscopes, thermal cameras that can connect to a PC.
True.
And obviously you want to browse schematics.
Fine for that.
Board views, and your EEPROM programmer.
True. Yeah. And this has USB 3, loads of it. I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
6 ports of this. I'll talk about USB a little bit later, but for now we thought we'd have a bit of fun here, guys, and we decided to run some retro games. So Detlef has brought a copy of Exodus in.
Yeah, Exodus. Yeah. I know this is blasphemy because all your retro guys out there are now screaming at me and telling me, you can't do emulation, you need to do the real thing.
I do. But in the case of reviewing this, I'll let that off. So let's run a few classic games and let's see how well this works.
We brought Exodus with us. So Exodus, if you don't know Exodus, that's a project, a open source thingamajig, where somebody has had the idea to preserve all the old games, the stuff we grew up with, for the next coming 100 years or something.
Okay.
So they made a thing.
So how many games are on here, Dad?
I don't know, thousands. Really,
okay.
I think 6,000 or something.
Wow.
Let's have a look. I think there's some we can go for.
Oh, I see a classic there, Seventh Guest. That was probably the first game I ever played on a PC.
This is how this happens. You're looking through that and think, man, I remember this game. From ages ago.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I have some installed here. Should we have a
Yes, let's have a look at the installed ones.
So this is more my what I normally play. So classics.
Tomb Raider.
Of course. Let's go Lara. So this runs into a emulator that emulates to 68 or something. And we can have really fun stuff in here because we can run it with 3DFX.
Okay, number 3. Let's do that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we have the speakers on, so we have all the original goodness.
Yep, all the original sound.
I didn't remember that it looked so horrible.
Well, you know, I mean, this was cutting edge at its time. I mean, this really was cutting edge.
1996
96
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd never seen anything like this.
Yeah. It says it's down there, 1996.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a long time ago.
Let's try.
Okay, let's have a look.
Okay.
So I can move around here. If you never played this, the UI will look really outdated. Let's go for a new game. You maybe have played the remake.
Yes, I've been playing the remake. I have been playing the remake.
Yeah. So what's your verdict on here? 1996, back in the days.
Yeah.
Look at this. These pixels are Lara.
Yeah. The pixels of Lara.
Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here.
Of course, we had CRT monitors back at the day. So nothing like these sharp images we see now.
Oh, there we are.
Okay.
Okay, look at this. There's Lara in all her pixelated glory. And
sexy.
Yeah, I still think I can remember how to play this. Yeah, jumping. There's my guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you never played this is still, even in 2025, this is still fun to play.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They had so great level design here. Oh yeah, it shows me that I need to run down there.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I jump into wall, of course. Man, a long time ago that I played that. This is where the bats come, right?
This maybe. This is running so well.
Yeah, it's running fine. I saw some. Oh, there are the bats. Yeah, there's the other bat. So, of course, sorry, bats.
Yeah, it's a little bit on PC Tomb Raider 1. I mean, there's a lot of endangered wildlife, which you didn't spend a lot of time killing.
Yeah, but the first one was, this was not about fighting any enemies. This was more like
exploration.
PvE, what you would call it this day. So, play against the environment. So down here is a switch, right?
You remember this better than me.
You played this year.
I did.
New one.
Yeah. So I'd have to say the machine's running that quite nicely, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
So if you want to do some retro gaming the wrong way,
too. Oh,
get stuck in with this.
Come on, we need to show people more stuff here.
Okay.
Exit game.
So yeah, this is a free thing. You can download Exodus. You can just download the basic one and then get the games individually.
Oh, right. Yeah, you download the launcher and then it downloads the game that you want to have. Yeah. So you don't have one terabyte of stuff.
But you do have the option to download everything. And I said to Det, this will disappear one day. So Det left did the duty and we both have a copy now on the 1 terabyte hard drive each. It takes a lot of space.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Oh, remember Out of This World?
I can't say I remember this game.
Really? Oh, I played this back on an Atari.
Okay.
This was one of the games that really worked on an Atari. What do we need? 2 for blah blah MT32. Interplay. I think this was a French guy who programmed this. And he pretty much programmed this all by himself. If you know this game, you remember the scene. This was so iconic back in the days.
Because I don't recall this.
Yeah. This is 19-something, very early 90s, I guess.
91, I think it said when we started this one.
Man,
Yeah.
And remember, back in the days, this wasn't possible. This was, wow, how did they do this?
This was
impossible. Sprites from a C64, but this was full motion video, something. Blah, blah, blah. This is probably a loading screen, I'm just realizing.
I remember seeing games like Rebel Assault. Such ones a little bit later, and they were very cinematic, really. Before Tomb Raider.
Was this the one that ran a movie from a DVD? And
yes.
And you have to fly a TIE fighter somewhere?
Yeah.
Man, we are so old. All the young people out there now thinking, what are these guys talking about?
Okay. So we have to say this does work.
Yeah, let's see. This is done in a moment, so then we really can play this.
Okay.
Yeah. And now you have to escape because there are tentacles coming up there. And everything in this world wants to kill you.
Okay.
Now I have to remember how this worked. Okay, I think I got it. Because look at the little black things. They're nasty buggers. Now you have to step on them because if you don't, you're dead.
You're dead.
Yeah, okay. This works too. Nice.
Okay, guys, and here is the original Rebel Assault.
This is one for Rich. I have no idea how to play this.
Do you know, I was never very good at it anyway. Let's see, what do we have? A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Do we get the music today? Oh yeah, we got the music. This is
We
probably
do.
copyright
Thing. That's right, copyright thing, yeah. Before it says anything, yeah, we don't want that.
Oh, look at this. Maybe I want to play this.
Yeah. I seem to remember you played this with an analog joystick, you know. So whether we can even play this with a keyboard, I don't know.
This looks like a cutscene. Ooh.
Oh.
This is probably the training mission.
Yeah, this is probably the training mission.
Where you have to learn how to fly the thing.
Do the
Oh,
controls...
look at that. Back in the days, they had this logo already. I thought this was something new.
Yeah. That's going okay.
Oh, no, I have to...
Whoa!
Okay. This is a game you should play while you're drunk.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. This is going everywhere.
Oh, you hit something.
I'm hitting the wall. I'm destroying the wall. And I'm destroying the other wall.
Round we go.
Oh my god.
So this was like the height of gaming technology in the mid-90s.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we go. Oh,
I broke the thing.
He's broke it. Well, we quitted the game before Death embarrassed himself any further with his driving. It was kamikaze him end again. Yeah.
I think I don't have a license.
Exactly, yeah. You'll notice now that Rebel Assault is now installed. It's actually now on our installed list, so that's how this works. And we were just wondering, well, two things really. Firstly, we have the live stream tomorrow.
True, yeah.
This is on Sunday, the 29th of December at 5 p.m.
The last one was this year, man.
It is, and this is where we're going to do the giveaway of the camera as well.
Yeah. You got
Tomorrow,
the giveaway, yeah.
So we're going to also demonstrate this machine on the live stream as well. If any of you guys are interested to see us do something else with this, whether play some other game or run some sort of benchmark,
Embarrass ourselves.
yeah,
Right?
get into the comments below and just let us know and we'll see if we can do it live. Carlos is here, so maybe he can do a bit better than we would do.
He will probably.
He probably
so
will.
much younger, so much better reflexes. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's tomorrow, guys. Just one more thing today. I did mention earlier that the PC they sent me has 2 blue and 2 black USB connectors on the back. Dad, can we see what the difference is between them?
Probably the easiest part would be to simply try to copy big files from our fast hard drive. I can bring a thumb drive for that.
So we'll try that tomorrow, you thinking?
Yeah, we could.
Okay, so we'll try that as well tomorrow. Anything else you'd like to see, we'll do it tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed that. Trip around some very new hardware and some very old games.
Come on, let's play some games anymore. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get the beer out and enjoy some games. We'll leave you guys to comment down in there below, and we'll see some of you tomorrow.
See you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.